That was pretty quiet. Welcome to the Good Info Cafe, where multiple intelligences meet each day. Each day. Hello and welcome to the Good Info Cafe, where multiple intelligences meet each day. And this is where you get a meal of thoughts for food. And there's another note that I had that I liked, where good, reliable info is your food. I have my notes to keep me focused, otherwise I'll be all over the place. At some point, I will do a plan to do one without any notes and see where it goes. But I like the format. And where was I? So there's free shipping. So get your Christian extremist equals extreme love. And I think I'm also going to do another one. Jesus extremist equals extreme love for the Messianic Jews, we'll say. And because it's still Jesus focused. And then I'm going to talk about 3 focus subjects that I think it's going to be when I start February 7th. Looks like that's my launch date, but it has to be benchmarks. It's not a time thing, so if it's not February 7th, I'm not ready, then it will be a little bit after, or maybe if I'm ready sooner than that, possibly. Don't like to go ahead a lot of times when people are expecting at a certain time. But anyway, I'm going to talk about that. Oh yeah, all the senses. It's going to take all the senses for the multiple intelligences. And I'm going to talk about that too. And yes, I'm pointing, but not really. I'm at the screen. I'm pointing at the blueberries. I'm pointing really back at myself because I am what I see when I'm looking at the phone. And then I can really look right in the lens of the camera. I think I am. So from Chile, blueberries from Chile, or a product of Chile. Not much of a smell. Yes, they feel, like if you're hungry or you're on Survivor or whatever, these would feel good. So, feel them right there. And see if you can feel, okay. And then taste, because don't talk with your mouth full. That's what I was reminded when I was watching the video yesterday. So, it's going to take all 5 senses for multiple intelligences and to make this world a better place. Okay, and then the question of the day is, does time heal all wounds? Does time heal all wounds is the QOD. I wouldn't say the QOD for today, because that's the question of the day today. So the QOD for this video. I'm going to grade sayings. And I'm going to give sayings about a C because most of them need qualifications. So watch pot never boils, and of course it does. So what are they saying? Why is that still around? Because it seems like it's not going to boil, and just go do something else and you'll hear it. Well, if it's got the whistle on it. But you can be whatever you want. No, you can't. So it needs qualification. So why is that around? Because if you're sincerely, if you're really listening to yourself, you do end up wanting things that you're good at, that you can go towards. You might not even know it when you're younger. But it needs qualification. So sayings, there's so many sayings out there that aren't true, and they're still out there. And there's so many. But the ones that are still out there means there's some reason why they're out there. And so that's what you would really investigate. And that's the qualification and the verifying. And then there's sayings that are partially true. What's another one? I had it somewhere. Oh, does time heal all wounds? Well, let's see what you guys think. And then, yes, follow up on the ambush from the other day. I guess the video was yesterday and it was on Sunday. Where this high school group, and I think it was a high school that maybe goes from third grade. Oh, can I itch right there? Third to 12th, because there were some young 7-year-olds, 10-year-olds there. Horrible, these racist, homophobic, they call themselves Israelites or black Hebrews or something like that. They are so racist. White man, go back to Europe, and they called one of the African American kids at the school the N-word. And this is all footage that showed the whole thing. It was a hoax yesterday, and the controlled media talked all about it. And now they are backtracking because the raw footage got out there, and you can see how horrible they were to these high school kids. And the high school kids ended up being more mature than the self-titled Black Hebrews and the Native American group. Turns out the guy in charge had gone to Halloween parties I heard and read. I saw some of the footage and heard some of the footage, so that's verified. And then other things that I heard was he would go to universities during Halloween, and anyone dressed up like a Native American, he would go after them and try to shame them. So this guy's a professional agitator, the one who was just so innocent playing his drum in front of the boy who ended up being more mature than this grown man. Stood there for, like, inside he's going, what's going on here? Why did he come right up to me? Because their whole job, their professional agitators, was to get something so they could put it on film and then try to manipulate the easily manipulated, the people who are too busy, who just don't want to verify things. So understand, there's certain things I heard and saw, which is the so-called Black Hebrews, horrible things to the just saying terrible things and trying to provoke things, and kind of setting it up so that this other group stepped in and they're trying to they lied so much on the controlled media. So some of you had, Sean and others had commented about that, so I'm following up on that because I did more research and saw things today. So, free shipping for your Christian extremists equals extreme love, and it's authentic JK, very primitive, digital, but it's got a great message, and it does take a level of courage to wear something like this, but you can also have it on the back, so you only show it to people you want to. When you're ordering it, you can decide where to put it. Sweatshirts, a lot of different choices, but on a coffee mug, if you just want to keep it at home, on a tote bag, and there's 2 choices, but don't, love your enemies even if you have to kill them, and protecting the innocent, of course, don't be a fool. So you only kill them if you're protecting the innocent, and it's a last resort. And the other one is, don't exploit my love, or I'll help God sort you out. So those are 2 messages down here. And you can also add your own messages. You're allowed to go in and do things on there. So it's pretty user-friendly, flexible when you order. Spreadshirt.com. I'll put it in the description part. So the code is ship for you 19. So it'll show up there. Ship for you 19. I don't know if it's case sensitive, so it has to be all capitals. But that's what you would put in, and when you order your t-shirt, get your t-shirt. The subjects, did I grade? Yeah, so I graded sayings as about a C because so many of them actually do harm because little kids hear them or younger people hear them, and they hear them from an adult and they think that's true. I can do anything I want. And no, you can't be king of Mauritania. Well, maybe some of you could. You can't be king of Atlantis, I don't think. Or there are certain things you can't be. You can't be a trillionaire. I don't know. You get the point. QOD, does time heal all wounds? I want some answers in there. And I like the answers about yesterday we had a bunch of votes against GMOs. I go against it too. I'd like to know all the details because we have, the video just did something weird there. We have, when we have gone into agriculture, I think we've improved things. Humans have done some things that make things better, but don't make the food less nutritious, healthy. So the 3 focus subjects. One that I think when I launch that I'm going to focus on doesn't mean I won't do other subjects, because I have miscellaneous. There's a miscellaneous category for each day when things come up. For example, talking about the setup, the hoax. I'm trying to pretend that these high school, it was just awesome because the kids were awesome. They started doing school chants. Turns out some were wearing, probably like less than 10% were wearing MAGA hats, which they're allowed to, but freedom of speech. But their school colors also have red there. So there were lots of red hats, but there weren't MAGA. And so this backfired on the control freaks and the paid agitators. So where was I? Anyway, that's an example. So 3 focus subjects. Oh yeah, and I have a song to sing. Okay, I'll sing that on the way out. Are we in the end of an age? So if we're not, how close are we? And that then relates to the book of Revelations that I would talk to Jenny Moore about, Task Force. And so that part is very important to me. And then masculine and feminine. The concepts of masculine and feminine is another subject. And then the other one is, I'm not ready to reveal yet. I'm not ready to reveal yet. It's something that I need to do research on. So anyway, those are the 3 subjects that it looks like I would focus on each day, but always go with what is the best. So this is a song that I auditioned for music school 30 years ago. And so I want to sing it. Just take a pebble and cast it to the sea. Then watch the ripples that unfold into me. My face spills so gently into your eyes, disturbing the waters of our lives, lives of our lives. Take a Pebble by Emerson, Lake and Palmer, written by Greg Lake, by the guitar player. Incredible. If you go online and look up Take a Pebble by Emerson, Lake and Palmer, incredible piano work. So I am wrapping it up. There's something I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I just used my keyboard, just take a pebble, to get my note. But from now on I need to get it from my guitar because that's tuned to A432, which is as clear as day and night to me, that it's just so natural sounding. This is tuned to A432, and I plan to do as much of my music that's going to be, so if you want to play along, tuned to A432, and you can get the frequency as an app where it just gives you frequencies or hertz, and then you can put in the number 432 and it'll give you that note. Tune your A to that, then the rest of the guitar. And so this is my test. I've tested, I've lived with both, and I've lived with that for the last month, we'll say, and it is so much better. So I don't like that I just used the piano because that's the A440. So I just did, just take a pebble. Oh yeah, so time is coming up. So where is it? It's just a little lower. From 440 to 432 is just 8 hertz, and it's barely perceptible. Just take a pebble and cast it to the sea. Or I'll do the other verse. Wear sadness on your shoulder like a worn-out overcoat, in pockets creased and tattered, hang the rags of your hopes. The daybreak is your midnight, the colors have all died, disturbing the